This that late shift, graveyard, pockets on E. This that praying in the driver, God, don't let me bleed. This that thumbnail, live stream, teaching about the teeth of the market while I'm fighting for my family to eat. This that knee brace, aching from the miles in the mud. This that E5 rank that I earned with my blood. This that YouTube grind when the views was a dud. Now we talking about a movement, not a maybe. This a flood. Sacrifice for the riches, that ain't just about the cash. That's about the sleep I gave up just to break a broken past. That's about the liquor I refused when I could've hit the glass. That's about the therapy I took instead of speeding off and crash.
That's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
I was clocking in for bosses that ain't know my middle name. They just saw the numbers hitting, they ain't see the inner strain. Then I turn my pain to content, turn my lessons into game. Now I got a tribe of traders that refuse to play the same. Discord buzzing charts up, members learning how to move. We ain't chasing lotto tickets, we're protecting what we prove. Teaching risk, teaching patience, teaching how to keep you cool. Cause I lost enough myself to write a whole financial school. My sobriety a badge, my resilience a shield. Every L I ever took became a tool I had to wield. When the market tried to break me, I just studied how it killed. Then I built a better system, now I'm walking through the field.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
When I say sacrifice, you say for riches.
Sacrifice for riches. Sacrifice
for riches, from the trenches to the digits. When I say process, you say over profit.
Process over profit. Process
over profits, we ain't stopping till we locked it. From the runaway son to the soldier in the dirt, to the husband with a white queen fighting through the hurt, to the father of 2 daughters that he put in every verse, to the trader and the teacher helping others break the curse. I'm the sum of every scar they tried to use to hold me back. I'm the voice of every kid who had to grow up in attack. I'm the proof that if you're willing to go all in on the path, you can lose a couple battles and still never lose your track.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. I am fresh from a family holiday, so just bear with me. I'm gonna let everybody kind of roll in, and we'll talk about what we're kind of getting into. But first, I need to run this futures trade on my phone real quick. What am I doing? Rhythmic. I thought this was done, but it's not, but it's about to be done. Yep, okay, hold up. I gotta get into this play. Alright, man. I'm in a futures call option or long right now off of a bounce on my level of 25, 650, 450. I'm up $40. I only got one contract because there's not a lot of liquidity right now, and I'm just not playing like that. But it might not go through. essentially, if I break below 25,654 on NQ, then my play is invalidated, and I'm just gonna kind of just kill it. But give me a minute, all right? While everybody kind of trickles in. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. So let me just set my stop loss. So I don't need to worry about it. 2565350. Let's go with stop loss. Stop loss 25653. Okay, stop loss is set. All right, we'll see what happens. Happy holidays, everybody. Okay, so what's up, everybody? It's your boy S4R Sacrifice Riches, and today is Sunday. Unfortunately, a couple of negative things happened. One, yesterday my Packers lost, and it is a big blow because we had a 99% chance of winning that game, and we pooped our pants. I don't know what to say. I'm not too happy about it, but either which way, we're in holiday season, so my family, we have like three or four families or like houses to kind of visit. We're traveling and stuff like that, and today was one of them, and I'm fresh from that today. So usually, for those that don't know, Sundays are reserved for my orcas, anglers, and megalodons. I was just up $60. They ain't gonna do it, but where we go over the spy, we kind of strategize for the week and kind of just do a game plan and then kind of move on, right? At the beginning of every month, myself, anglers, megalodons, leviathans, we get together and we strategize for the entire month, which means that we find the levels for the current zone that we're trading in into the level above and the zone below. So we're fully prepared as of whatever could potentially happen to the market in either direction. So that being said, we're gonna do that. We're gonna touch on the SPY, and then we're going to probably look at one other trade for potential swing trade, and then we're kind of gonna go from there. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do so. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and then we'll keep it moving. But let me see who we have in the comments, and let me get my comments on my other screen quick, and then we'll go from there. Sorry if I'm a little off, but that's why I'm public right now, because it's like what it is. Let me go ahead and get my chat up though. Okay, chat is up. Roll Life, I see you, big dog. Thanks for being here. Denise, I see you, queen. OG. Cara Blue says, hey fam, I hope everyone has had a blessed weekend. I'm hoping to keep learning from this channel. I'm new to stocks, learning disability with numbers, but I'm tough and determined. I love that. You know, the thing is that when you have a disability of any kind, even without a disability, oh, hold up, I'm taking an L. I was up 60 and now I'm down. Give me a minute. Let's see where we are. I'm about to, I should have got stopped out. Yeah, I got stopped out. Yep, took an L. It is what it is. That's why I did one contract. But anyway, whether it's a disability or not, anytime you're losing or you're learning or you're exposed to something new, you get better with repetition, right? So as long as you stay at it and you continue to like learn and absorb, then you'll be fine. Okay. Cara Blue, welcome to the Anglers Queen. Welcome everybody. Shout out to Cara for being here. Okay, shout out to you, Queen. I'll do my best to teach you what I know. Okay, and hopefully it helps. Okay. What's up, JC? What's up, Queen Fee? Fellow Leviathan in the building. All right, so, but Cara, and anybody that's listening, everybody, first of all, if your name is in green, please let's welcome Cara with open arms. Cara, if you go, there's a perk instructions. When you clicked into that, it should have showed you a link to our Discord. Okay, so if you want to become a member, or if you want to join the Discord, then please come over. If you don't see that, then just let me know, and then I will add it to the members tab, and then you can just follow it there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, go Texans. All right, go Texans. It ain't about the Packers right now, so yeah, go Texans. But it's about repetition, and it's about application, and in this game in general, it's about longevity. How long can you stay in it before you start to like turn a profit or whatnot? So, and just a quick backstory, like, one, your boy's not a millionaire. I'll just say that off rip. But I've been at it for like 5 years, I want to say. My journey's been my own. I've been super conservative, very slow and steady. That's just how I move. I come from a household, like we're single family income. We have been for almost a decade. My wife just opened her business and has become a licensed massage therapist. She's doing very well. But because of those factors, you know, I have 2 beautiful daughters, a wife, a house. During COVID, we uprooted our family. I moved to a completely different town, and there was just a lot going on. So during the tenure of my journey of becoming a trader, you have all these other life things that are happening, which we all deal with, right? But it didn't make it easy for me to kind of play the game the way it probably should be played, right? A lot of my trading early on was out of fear. You know, I did pretty well in some regards, but at the same time, I was conservative or fearful for the better portion of my trading journey, right? And even till this day, I'm still very conservative because I just 2025, beginning the end of 2024, I want to say was like my S-curve moment, where I think I learned everything that I need to learn, and then things started to click, and then it started to level out as far as like finding my groove and my notch. So then like S-curve means that you're on your way up, right? You're no longer in the process of like bleeding money like all the time, right? Something clicks. And for me, what clicked is like just because of how my personality is set up, or how my personality is, swing trading is just really good for me, traditionally. Now, but nonetheless, I figured some stuff out. Things are kind of going the right way. However, I still played and am sort of playing from a very conservative point of my life, my journey. And the main reason is because there's still a lot of unknown factors, right? There's still a lot of things that we're ironing out as a family that I need to be comfortable with before I take that leap forward. So I say that to say we're all on our journeys, right? Some of you that I'm coaching, training, developing, like anybody that I'm working with, anybody that follows this channel that's learning from me, that has been for the past 5 years, whatever, you guys may end up being leaps and bounds ahead of me as it comes to the the financial gain of all of this, right? And shout out to you. The cool thing about me is that I applaud it. I champion that, right? Like it brings me genuine joy to see people win, and I don't care if 20 of you become millionaires before me and you're learning from any of the content that I'm putting out. Shout out to you. We're all on the same like path, right? But we are on different timelines, right? And not everybody's going to be moving at the same pace. So some of you might lap me. That's fine. But I'm very comfortable with who I am, where I am, and I know what I need to do, but I'm going to do it when I need to do it, right? It's one of those things. So don't ever get discouraged in this game. Don't ever try to compare yourself to somebody else. You are where you are. You are where you need to be, and nothing's going to be given to you that you can't handle. So you're going to be put in these situations and things are going to be tough, and that's okay. As long as you endure it, as long as you're resilient, as long as you don't give up, then you're solid. And the last piece I'm going to say about all of this is that if you're in this market and in this game and you have been at it for a minute or a couple weeks, couple months, couple years, it doesn't matter, right? If you get to a point where you feel like you just want to quit because it's not clicking for you, I urge you not to. And the only reason why I say don't do it is because a lot of times, like, and it doesn't even matter if it's trading related, it's just life in general, right? We're faced with challenges all the time, right? As people, right? And when we're faced with adversity, that's in those moments, that's what defines us, right? So a couple things. One, if you are at a point where you just want to give up or you just think that trading is not for you, it doesn't need to be trading, it can be anything. Just connect this with anything that you're dealing with, right? You really, like, what I like to think is if I hadn't tried everything, right, within my power, everything that I know could apply towards me getting something, if I know I didn't try everything, then that means that I can't quit. Because if I were to give up, then all my life I'd continue on just thinking, what if? Man, what if I practiced proper risk management? What if I applied these strategies? What if I bought this stock at this price when X person said to do so? Or, you know, what if I did my due diligence more? What if I planned ahead and didn't just wake up, crud in my eyes, and took a trade on a whim? What if I didn't gamble? What if I was consistent, right? Because you can say you practice proper risk management. You can say that you've planned. You can say that you've journaled. You can say that you did all of these things, that you found a strategy, that you understand technical analysis and blah blah blah, right? But if you're only doing it some of the time, then your results are going to be inconsistent. And if you have inconsistent results, that just means that you're in a cycle. And the thing about that, because we all do it, we all get off track, we all pivot, we all do some things sometimes and not all the time. We're not consistent beings, right? Not a lot of us, right? But you have to realize that there's an imbalance within yourself, within your brain, that causes you to say, you know what, I don't want to deal with that strategy today. You know what, what's risk management? Let's YOLO. You know, like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait for the price to fall to my level. I'm just gonna hop in the middle of this trend and then, YOLO, right? Hold on, let me do this. You have to have the humility and the personal self-awareness that you are doing these things. But not only that, you also have to identify why you're doing these things. And there's a level of self-sabotage to this game. Some people may not feel deserving, right? Some people, like myself, like I grew up, and not knowing peace, right? I talked to my mom about this. She might be on the channel, but we talked about how, like, peace, or, I guess, peace was like a flash in a bucket, right? We had moments where we were good, but that moment was short-lived, and then it was a grind. My mom worked 3 jobs, right? I was the only child, right? I've never seen peace. I never seen my mom, right, at peace. When I mean peace, I mean there's a level of stillness that we have, right? That some people have. There's this mindset, or this embodiment where people are just, they can breathe, right? They can enjoy the little things, right? They can just be in the moment. They can clear their mind, right? They can just be at ease, at peace, right? I don't know that. All my life has been a constant state of grind. So part of my trading journey was, a lot of it was self-sabotage, right? I would do everything I need to do, and I can kill it, right? And then the moment where I'm like, well, this is too easy, or I made it. Well, let me do this. Let me forget the strategy that got me here, right? Like let's just like let's shoot for the hip and figure it out, right? And of course we know how that ends up. A big old reset button, a bunch of blown accounts, right? And then it's like, then that's emotional, that's trauma, that's damage, that's hurt, that's anxiety, that's anxiousness, there's all these things, right? And then then you just want it to stop. And how you make it stop? You just blow the account, right? You just blow the account, and then you walk away, you brush it off, and then you go back into your piggy bank and you add and refund to your account, only to then crush it, climb the ladder, and then wipe it away and give it all back to the market. And it's a vicious cycle. And until everybody, because I know other people probably do this, until you figure out why it is that you're in this cycle of pouring into the market instead of making withdrawals, so you're making deposits, until that's identified, you're going to continue to do it. But it's okay. That's part of your journey. You have to understand this. But you can't necessarily control like that emotional imbalance, that psychological imbalance. But on your road of trying to identify the issues within yourself, right? Because that's 90% of the issue, in my opinion, as it relates to this game. On the road to do so, right? What you can control is the capital that you use to get there, right? What you can't control is how much you lose, right? Because you're gonna lose money, and losing money can be okay as long as you're understanding and accepting of what it's gonna take, or what it's gonna take to kind of achieve what you want to achieve. So you're gonna, hopefully this all makes sense. I'm speaking because it wasn't my intent to kind of talk about this, but for me, it's always on my mind, right? Because it's like psychology and trading is like a big part of my whole existence, right? In this whole platform. So hopefully, if I'm speaking to you, just understand this. It's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And as long as you're, whatever obstacle, whatever issue that you find with yourself, whatever that might be affecting your goals, your ambitions, your progress, as long as you're chipping away at those and not ignoring them, I think you'll be fine. But again, you might chip away at about 5 different issues that you find within yourself and still may not be where you want to be. But you can't give up, because you have to understand that maybe that's just not the core of the problem, right? You have to identify that core, and sometimes it requires peeling back layers and layers and layers of yourself that you might not even want to face. But guess what? It'll make you stronger. It'll make you better. Even if you're not, I can tell you this, even though I'm not a millionaire trader right now, I can tell you that my journey of becoming this journey into, this goal, right, has made me a better person, right? Because it's forced me to face myself more so than I have ever faced myself before, right? And I've been in the military, I've been in multiple really bad situations. I come from nothing, and seriously, there's not been something more challenging, because everything else in life that's kind of gave me the 1-2 has been suppressed, and I'll suppress it and I just put it down, and then I'll just drive on and just grind forward. And that's just kind of been the cycle of my life, right? But those are also those underlying issues that stunts my growth, right? So, but I'm very self-aware, and I'm very humbled, and I just don't give up. So that's just me. But hopefully you find your lane. If you're a member, then these are things that we talk about, and that we'll continue to talk about. If you are not a member, then sometimes I'll do some things like this publicly, and we'll just talk about it, because it's just called being honest. It's the ugly truth, right? Of this game, and not a lot of people talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it because it's at the forefront of everything that I do. So, but shout out to everybody for showing up, being here. Hopefully, I mean, if you came here just for some TA and stuff like that, hey, I'll get into it. But in the meantime, I'm going to say what I got to say, because whatever's on my heart and on my chest and my head, I'm just going to say it. So I'm going to read through the comments, and then we're going to look at the charts, see if we can game plan for the week, and then kind of go from there. Hold up. All right, hold up. I gotta take this trade one more time, man. And take a trade, and then they said 25651. We're not confirmed above this level. That's the problem. 25651. 25651. Okay. Yeah, this ain't it. We ain't confirming above my level. We're seeing a lot of resistance and chop up here. Okay, let's see. All right, so we got Kara, new member. Shout out to you. I see Queen Fee. I see JC. I see Rell Life. I see Antonio. What's up, big dog? All right, Evan. I see you. Like you. Yep. All right. Hey, it is what it is. Kara, I'm in the right place. Love your outlook and positive vibes towards others. Thanks for encouragement. I work in EMS, so I don't hear encouragement a whole lot. Hey. That's what I'm about, Kara. So, Queen, thank you for being here. Timothy says, fam, you should have more subscribers. You work your ass off, and committed to helping others, even though you rock with Green Bay. The knowledge you share, I'm still a commander. LOL, we chilling. Hey, hashtag KGU. You know, you say I should have more subscribers. I mean, I have what I'm blessed with, right? And I mean, if I had 10 subscribers, as long as I feel like I'm helping somebody, I think I'm good. I would love to have more people find the channel and stuff like that. But let's be frank, I'm not putting out 4 videos a day. That's just not who I am. And that's not who I will be. I mean, I might cut a live stream, and then when my editor comes back on board, he'll chop up some stuff for me. But I'm a one-man dude, and the only way for me to grow is if people like yourself decides to share the content, right? And tell people about the channel. But I appreciate the love and support and acknowledgement, big dog. Thank you, Tim. Miles said he do that. Hey, we all do that. You're not alone. That's why I'm here, to let everybody know that we're not alone. Fam, you sharing, appreciate you. The grind, absolutely. I'll always be transparent. I'll keep it a buck. How did you understand that you were doing that? Miles, that's a long story. But, I mean, so part, I'm gonna go through a lot of the psychological stuff with, especially like from my perspective, with my Leviathan tier members when we start up. If you want to become a member, please become a member. Otherwise, I mean, if you want, I think my the podcast information is on my channel as well, to where I open up about my therapy sessions. So you can listen to that and maybe get some insight as far as the answer of your question. But a lot of soul searching, a lot of conversations, a lot of reflecting. Okay, not just with myself, but I had conversations with my wife, my mom, other family members, friends. It's not, it's yeah. Anyway, Rell Life. You got to look into the mirror. If you can do that, a change is gonna happen. Facts. Kara, in EMS, I specialize in Mill first responder treatment. By the way, Kara, thank you so much for what you do. This is perfect for me. Thank you for honesty. Absolutely. Anything you ever need, any questions you have, let me know. Okay. Kara, you're great at the angler position, but if you need like the absolute most access, then the Megalodon is the tier, because that's how you get to all of the deep dive content that I put in for trading, teaching and trading. What up, Doe? What up, Matthew? Hello. What's up, Queen Nisha? All right. So thank y'all for being on my soapbox. Hopefully it helped anybody, like from like jumping off a ledge, or or maybe you got inspired, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but I felt the need to share, just because I know how it is, especially towards the end of the year, and people have goals and whatnot too. So we're gonna hop on over to the charts. We're gonna talk about the SPY for the rest of the month, for the most part. Now again, typically this is for my orcas, anglers, and megalodons, leviathans, but tis the season, and I said, you know what, why not open it up to everybody? So here we are. Thanks, Rell. I don't always see the stream, but glad I joined today. Miles, I'm glad I made it public today, because I go public, just so y'all know, I live stream every Sunday. So if you're a KGU, you just don't see it because it's not public. But it is what it is. Queen Denise, I see you every day is a new day. All right, so let me go over here. And let's look at the SPY. Let's go chart review. Oh, we got it? All right, let me know. Can you hear me, and can you see my screen? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear and see me. Put a 1 in the chat, and if you can hear me and see me. I see the ones. All right, appreciate y'all. I gotta take a drink. Okay. I have to set. Hold on 1 second. They won't let me do this? Yeah, I'll cancel that. All right. Denise. Denise, love the name. Jesus King. All right, so everybody. So what you see on my screen right now, this is pretty much the roadmap that I gave the orcas, anglers, and megalodons. Okay, so those are Discord members. All right, so essentially it's pretty black and white because the work is already done. All right, and I'm just gonna paint you a picture and just let you know kind of what's going on here. Okay, and then we'll see if we can get y'all kind of mentally ready for the game ahead. Steve, I appreciate you for being a channel supporter. Thank you so much. God is good. All right. So essentially, guys, if you haven't seen my charts before, you already know. If you haven't seen them, then you probably don't know, but they're pretty clean. I don't have a lot of chaos or anything like that to start my weeks or my months. I find my levels, and then I wait for confirmation, and I play my levels, right? So as you can see, like my chart right now, I'm set up in 2 different like hemispheres or zones. Okay, so down here is we're bearish, okay, and above it we're bullish. Okay, so as long as my take is, for as long as we're above 679.18, we're bullish overall on the stock market. Okay, or on this trading zone. So we've already crossed 679.18, which was a good time for people to enter calls. We then rolled it up to our take profit target 1 of 680.74, and now we're hitting a chop zone around 681.44. Okay, now I know NQ is open right now. We did open with the pop, and we're at one of my key levels of 654.50. but we did not confirm. I did try to hop into an early long on this because, you know, we popped, but there's no confirmation above. Instead, we had, you know, indecision candles followed by top wicks. So we're seeing some selling pressure here, aka we're likely to get some chop here before we kind of take off, that's what's happening. We also are far removed from this 20-day EMA, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Essentially, if you are a futures trader, if we can confirm above 25.65450, then you can consider yourself going long until the next take profit target of 25.83550. I don't often talk about futures, but I'm throwing my hat in the ring to start getting more confident in my futures trading, because I've done well, but I haven't done well in the sense of making it an income stream for myself. So again, that's part of that inconsistency aspect of trading. But either which way, that's kind of where we are right now. I'd assume that we're probably on the SPY, that's equivalent to this 682. Quick trick: if you, for instance, are let's say you are, are looking at futures and you want to compare it to like the SPY, right? Now, one thing on your phone, if you were like to press and hold this, right, this little dashed line will stay here, and then if you switch over to like a SPY, then it will still be there, right? It doesn't do that on this, but that's just a little tip, right? Another thing you can do, you can do an object tree, and you can kind of just copy all of this. You can copy all of this, right? And then I can go ahead and I can paste it over at the SPY if I wanted to, and then see how it lines up, right? I wouldn't say that that's how you should trade. I'm just saying that's just an option. So as you can see, they're not too far off. This is that new yellow line is right where the SPY would be essentially, if it was open right now, because NQ ES is probably the same way. So I'll edit undo, but just a little tip for you. This is where the SPY would be right now if the market was open, roughly. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so essentially what we're looking at now then is when the market opens, if we are going to open, we need to make sure we confirm above 682.26, and if we do, then for me, I would be looking at some call options, but I would probably give myself about a 5 DTE days to expire on call options, just so I can ride the wave all the way up to the supply zone of 685 with the max take profit target of about 685.63. So that's what I have pretty much for the upside, right? We're still doing the thing. Okay, to the upside. Okay, so to the downside, this is a little tricky because, in my opinion, because we're above 679.18, we're bullish. So that means that any type of move towards the downside has to be seen as retracement, unless you get a break of structure. And as of right now, it looks like we might have an opening gap. Okay, so I know it's a lot, like if you're new, I'm probably speaking a foreign language to you, but essentially what I'm trying to say is we pay attention to how the market's moving. So right, it's higher highs and higher lows, right? So what could happen is when the market opens, you might see a little bit of a sell-off, right? It could trigger that. But if it does, we're not looking just to hop into like puts. I mean, if you can confirm below here and you want to scalp, great. Just understand that if you're playing it to the downside, when we're above this level of 679.18, then I would be looking to scalp that, not hold forever. So I would scalp it until we find an area of interest, and then I would look for reversal signals and then hop into calls, and then I would hold those for a little bit longer. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so tomorrow when we open, just be prepared, not surprised, right? So NQ just popped again. We're loving this area for the most part. we're pretty much neutral, D-shaped pattern. It's pretty apparent just looking at this, and it's trying to find a direction. But just do understand that when you have an opening gap and then you have a neutral situation that's happening, there's about a 52% chance that you're going to have a continuation towards the upside. And that's what we're seeing potentially transpiring here with lower highs or lower lows. Okay. Lower lows and lower highs. So you got like a symmetrical triangle. But anyway, that is it. So essentially, if we pop 682.26, take profit target early is going to be 683.24. The next take profit target is going to be 684.05. And then from there, we're going to hit the supply zone at 685. And then we really need to pay attention to see if we're going to have bullish momentum into this, or if we start to see volume slow down as we approach or breach this zone. If you start to see volume slow down, volume meaning the volume candles down here, if you start to see these kind of go down as prices going up, then you have a divergence, right? So that means that there's a strong chance that we're about to see a setup for a potential reversal, right? So we have to pay attention to those things as time goes on, right? So that being said, I'll look to the comments, see if we have any questions, and then I might pull up a stock or a ticker and go from there, okay? Any questions though? And all the time, God is good. Yep. Stop loss. Okay. So, Evan, your stop loss, right, is going to be confirmation below this right here. So, here's an example of what happened so far. I already took an L today, right? I took an L on NQ. Why? One, because we don't have the liquidity, right? We have 296 volume, and I took a flyer, right? I don't have confirmation above my level of 2564, and because of these things, right, my stop loss, I just put it down here kind of below the line. However, this isn't a true stop loss. I just didn't want to lose any more than what was here. So what a true stop loss is for this situation would be confirmation candle below this level. So let's see here, and we're gonna let's see if I can use that's cool. All right, so it would be nice if I can turn this red, but I can't. That's okay. All right, so let's just say so this is our level, right? Our level is 65450. Now, technically, I got in on this play, right? I got in on this play, and I have to fully understand that for me, for this play to be invalidated, technically, I need a bar to close below this level. But instead, you're getting wicks because it's indecision, right? So I have to be comfortable, right, or accepting that if price comes down, I can't be too quick just to kill my position, unless I knew, like, hey, there's a limit to which I was willing to lose. If we fell back under this, it is what it is. I'm just gonna trim and then be patient, because true patience would have been if I waited for a bar to close above this level. And if the bar closed above this level, then I would have more of a structured stop loss, right? My stop loss would be a little bit more confident of, okay, well, now I have to wait for a bar to close below this level, right? So, or fall into this demand zone, right? So this would have been falling into this zone would have been my stop loss for NQ. Right, falling into it and not being able to break out of it. For SPY, it's kind of the same thing, where if we open above this, then we need to confirm and bounce off. However, if you hop in, right, you need to understand that just because we wick underneath the level doesn't mean that it's your stop loss, unless you play hard stops, right? If you play hard stops, that's fine. You just need to understand what you're doing, because for me, confirmation below this level would equate to confirmation that my play is invalidated, right? That's kind of what you're looking for. But we know the market doesn't move the way we want necessarily. So you're going to see some wicking, and you have to be okay with that. So your stop loss would be confirmation below 682.26 if this is your entry target. So you guys know, if you have our app, or if you've seen me post plays before, I think I'm gonna share my screen so you can see what it looks like. Kara, I see that you joined the Discord. I'm going to go in and update your your role so you can see the rest of the Discord. Okay, Queen? And it's done. I'll shout you out when I'm done here though. So, all right, I'm gonna show y'all real quick what my Discord sees when a swing trade is being given. Whether it's my Discord or KGU, like this, I'm just gonna show y'all what it looks like. Okay. So if I go here. Give me one moment. Oh, there it is. All right, Discord. All right, I'm gonna give you a little insight on the Discord. So for Sacrifice for Riches, I'll show you two Discords. So just in case people aren't familiar with either, or rather if you're not familiar with KGU or Sacrifice for Riches, I mean, if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about or who I'm talking about, just think about it this way. I'm like a community college, and then KGU is like a university, right? So where he has multiple professors and, you know, all these tools and stuff like that. And then me, I'm a one-man band. I have an app that I use for my Discord and stuff like that. And then I teach, train, coach just my style and the way I do it. So essentially, those that are Megalodons and Leviathans, they have access to this called S4R Coach Trade Alert, where they will get an alert from within our app that we have built that gives you a breakdown of your call, puts, or whatever. And then you'll know if it's a dolphin level play or a minnow play or an orca play, right? And that's dictated based on how much the estimated premium would cost you, right? So for example, let's look at, this is Disney. Let's look at SPY. So, because this is the level we're looking at right now. So I would put something out like this. Hey, there's a trade alert. The bullish bias is above 679.18. The bearish bias is below 679.18. When I tell people that, that means that if that's our entry, for example, then confirmation above it means we're looking at calls. Confirmation below it, we're looking for puts. So you can see that this was called out when we were at the entry of that particular level. So to that point, you see entry is 679.18 and the stop is also 679.18. So those aren't hard stops. Those are confirmation stops. So that means that if you have a candle that closes above that level, then we're good for calls. But the moment we have a candle that closed below the level, that means that our play may be invalidated. But you probably should just let it go until it comes back above that line. And then I give you a strike price. So I'm giving you the contract on the call. I'm giving you the estimated premium for that said call, and I'm giving you the take profit targets, okay? So if you are a Megalodon or Leviathan, you get this type of data coming from me, okay? I'll give you the upside on most plays as well as the downside for the plays with the take profit target. So I try my best to make sure that that these things kind of pay for themselves. Now, if you are a member of KGU, you also get these plays on my channel that's called Swing Trade with Rell. Okay. Now I give these the best I can. I can only give so much though, because I can only tag so many times. So Netflix was an option here for people to get into, call or puts. So, and I do that. And then I'll show you, hey, I got into that play that I just called out, and then this was the results or whatever, right? So we do things like this. I'm teaching limit orders, take profit targets, stuff like that. So I'm doing this on 2 different platforms, right? To the best of my abilities. And sometimes I'll give you pictures for examples as far as what to look for. So here's a good example of that blue dash line I'm talking about. So if you guys want to become a member of Sacrifice for Riches and or KGU, please, by all means, do so. I will tell you, for one, KGU is my home. I'll always say that. I tell my Discord members that too. However, we are building our own little community here because we're a small, close-knit group, and KGU is a really big team. It's a really big university. So that's the main difference. But there's tools in both, and I would say that I would not leave one for the other. I would not be leaving KGU to come to Sacrifice for Riches, and I wouldn't necessarily be leaving Sacrifice for Riches to go to KGU. But I'm just letting you know, there's value in both. Any questions on either of those things, let me know. I think one of these days, because I am a crown trader over here, I'll probably, there's one crown trader named Lisa J Stocks. She actually does a good job covering what all the other traders do, but a part of me wants to do a video like that as well, just to give my own perspective and 2 cents on it. But nonetheless, you have a multitude of people to choose from. In our group, right, we have our own little community, and then I have 2 crowned Leviathans, and those individuals, that's Queen Fee, and then that's also Spark 40. Now they're not the only people contributing in the Discord. They just are like the OGs, and they've been the most consistent for now. I just wanted to crown 2 people when I was, for our little community, because I just thought, why not, right? So DM me here, or just send. Okay. All right, let me minimize the screen. Let me look and see what we have going on here in the comments, and then see if I can address any questions. Wow, big pop. Hold up. Let me see if I'm up on my play or if I got kicked out. So I'm up $300 on a single contract right now. And it's still running. So I'm gonna let that ride. I did lose, so I am still down on that play, but this is what I'm talking about. So now this is a beautiful pop. I'm gonna let it run and see what happens. So, but we love to see it. We're about to have demand established. It might come back to retrace. I'm up $330 on that play. Anyway, what else we got? Let me look at the comments quick. What's up, Monique? I see you, Queen. Recap. Thanks so much for the live. Can you please talk about Palantir stock levels? You know what? I will. I'll do that. And then I got to get up. I'm still in the process of going through your previous videos and learning. Shout out to you, Cyrus. By chance, do you have a video teaching how you come up your levels and what each level color code means? Sort of, yes. I mean, so Cyrus, are you I'm sorry, I don't remember. Are you a Megalodon? If so, then you have access to those deep dives. But me and the Leviathans, that's something that we're about to start going through pretty soon here, in more detail. But it's actually, it's a lot more than that. The Leviathan training that we have coming up, it's more of like an apprenticeship versus training, but it's training. And if you guys are interested in that, then there's that. Okay. I'm up 370 on the play. I'm up 500 on the play. Appreciate you taking your time to education. Hey, all love. Sean, hey, I'd love to have you over here as a member too. If you want more information, then come on over. Yeah. This is a pretty nice move right now. So now I'm gonna sync up and go 45 second and then just see if we see any type of like reversal signals up top here. So I might need to take profits, but I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride for two things, and it could go against me. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at not like cutting my plays short, right? I got the pop that I wanted. Your 21 and your 200 day are parallel. We get a nice bull move out of it. That typically means that that's going to be the direction going forward for the day. So, and then now we're curling up here too, and we're above an entry level for me. So all those things are saying that we should have more upside. So I'm just gonna let that ride, and not play scary. So here we go. Right. Let me see here. So that link I just sent to everybody, that is to the app, right? There's an app I built that's good for trade tracking, journaling, the mental side of the game. It can help you with that. There's tier pricing, but there is a free version, so check it out if you're interested. The higher your tier, the more education content you get access to. Then you also get access to the Discord as well. Appreciate you taking the time to educate us. Found you on KGU. Sean, hey, all love. KGU, we do have some live training sessions coming up. I just, I got to figure out what day this week is going to be the best. Tonight should have been the night, but I didn't want to do a live training because typically that time frame is reserved for Lisa J stocks, but I don't know if they ran a live training session today or not, or a Q&A. This could have been it, but it is what it is. All right. If there's no questions, somebody asked about PLTR. So with Palantir, we're actually seeing like this little cup and handle type situation. So I think I actually got smoked on this play because look, I'm transparent, right? Like how did I have this set up? Oh, I think I ended up deleting some stuff here. That's why I don't see my original setup on this chart. So essentially, I had a demand zone set up on here that we had previously fell below. But then I think it was like down here though. And technically, that account is not a cash account, so I couldn't even close out of it if I wanted to. But so I'm down probably like 40% on this move. And I knew that it was not the right move the moment that we broke a structure that I seen. So I wasn't too happy with that outcome, and now we gotta wait and see. This right here is a key level at 194.65 and 194.96. There's been historical failures to break this level, and traditionally what you see is what you see here is the wick. So they'll cross up and then it will just wick down. So we really need to see confirmation above 194.96 before we can be comfortable looking at calls or longs or whatever at this point with Palantir. So as of right now, if Palantir opens up right here, then I would just be patient and wait for it to crack, and before you take it towards the upside. Because if we can't break this level and confirm, then it's a wrap, and Palantir is likely to come on down back to retest at least 188.11. Okay, but look at the overall trend, right? So it's kind of doing what's kind of traditional, higher high, So we'll see what happens here, right? But we have a break of structure here, clearly. So we're waiting and seeing it. But as of right now, you're bullish overall. Above 181.62 is bullish, below is bearish. And I think this is kind of what happened. We fell below. We had this top wick, and then it just turned around on us, right? This happened in the after hours. Let's go here. Let's see a little closer look. Yeah. So like this was looking pretty, right? For the most part. But this was yesterday. This was last week. Okay. This was Friday. Okay. So Friday, we popped above. We hit a key level, right? Bullish momentum through 188.14. And we just never looked back. We just retraced and then continued towards the upside. Now we're at our ceiling for this zone, right? We have our ceiling and we have our floor. Okay. NQ is still doing this thing, right? I'm not tripping. Okay. Any questions? Comments, concerns? If y'all want, if anybody was looking to get into the app, I can show you just a screen quick, and then I'll probably just get off. But if you're a member of Sacrifice for Riches Discord, right, then I definitely would want everybody to download the app and at least have the free version. Okay, so how I have this set up. So on my app, like I said, I'm pretty big as it relates to mindset. So anytime I talk about mindset or whatever, like it's poured into everything that I do. So the first thing you do on your trading day, you'll get this check-in. Let me see if I can just expand this. Let me go and see if I can fix this up a little bit. Hey, we all gotta eat, right? I gotta figure out what's transform. Alright. Alright, so the first thing you see is like your daily mindset check-in. So it's like, hey, did you have a written plan? Yes, I did. I'm speaking specifically right now for like NQ. Was I trading on mobile or PC? Well, technically it was on my phone, but I was looking at the PC while I was doing it. But whatever. My current mood, I'm in a good mood. It's just a long day, right? Sleep quality, probably had like the best sleep I had in a long time after like suffering some neck injuries. So I'm looking at NQ during live weekly strat session. Up 500 currently, but lost on initial move. So I would say my check-in, and then my AI and machine learning that I have built in here, it would track all that stuff, right? And then it'll let me know about me, right? So that's kind of what this is all telling you on the dashboard. But essentially, if you have this app and you're like a Megalodon tier, or higher, you'll have access to the rapid fire alerts. So you can just go ahead and like get all my plays that I find in here. And then if you want to look for something in particular, like Palantir, I don't have any Palantir, but like a SoFi, right? You can just type it in and it'll pop up SoFi, right? And then you can see any of the plays I have listed for SoFi. You can see that in regular view or car view. And then you can take the trade, view the trade. You can't view the trade. I can only view the trade, but the trade is right here. Entry, call, and then your take profit targets. Puts, take profit targets, right? And then after you run the play, you can just hit log, and then it'll auto fill the information in. So that's your journaling. The only thing you need to do is, like, maybe your entry wasn't 19, right? Maybe because it's an option, maybe you spent 19 cents on it, right? Which is, and maybe you put 0.26 is what you paid on that, right? And then maybe you had more than one contract. Maybe you had 5 contracts on that, because it's not too bad. Then you can have your notes, or you can just hit save the trade, and then go to trade tracker, and then it'll be auto set for you within the trade tracker, right? So here's that SoFi call option that we just did, right? And then I can go in here, edit it if I want to. This is a day trade, whatever I want to put in here. Confidence level, if I want to put that in there. Screenshot if I want to put that in there, blah, blah, blah. So entry price 0.26, exit price 0.26. So then update my trade, and then, hey, look, I made $35 on that, whatever, right? So that's that. And it shows you all the information. So this is my trading app that I have for my community. I have my education hub here too. So if you get certain tiers, have full access to some of this stuff. Like, some of you already know that your boy talks a lot about technical analysis, and I built my own cheat sheet for candlestick patterns, and I put my cheat sheet right into the app, and I explained what confirmation is, what a setup is, blah, 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 right? So I did all that. Hopefully it's helpful. But 100%, if you're a member of the Discord, then please make sure you go ahead and you at least get the free version. And then, at least we're on the same page in that respect, okay? But anyway, let me get rid of that. Let me see if there's any questions, and I'll kind of close it up, because your boy got to put his kids to bed. If your app don't look like that, you probably don't have a certain tier, right? If you have the free plan, you probably don't see it all, right? So consider upgrading if you want to see more of the stuff, right? If you're in Evan, you're a Megalodon, so you get discounts. You get a discount at the Megalodon and Leviathan tier. So just go take a look, hit that members tab, and then your app should look like that. And if your app doesn't look like those cards, that's because you can change the settings, right? I just clicked the setting to change it. But I'll have a Discord exclusive app walkthrough, and then we'll see if we can get our stuff to look the same. And if you think something's missing, then force close, clear your cache, and reopen the app, because there has been some updates and you probably just don't see it. The app is the S4R Trader Pro. It's a web-based app, but you can download it onto your phone. And there's the link for it right there. KGU fam here, can you look up PTRN? All right. I'll show you PTRN. I already had the stuff done for it, but then I'm gonna probably just get off. PTRN. I've done whole videos on that, and those levels are still relevant. So hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But this is all you need to see for PTRN for the most part. So essentially, I set it up in trading zones, and we fell below zone 1. So as of right now, we're pretty bearish on PTRN until we come back and retake 1276. I called the top at PTRN at 1925, and I took profit. So I told everybody I was taking profit. I think I have like 25 shares of this still, maybe. And let's say if we cross here, then I might be interested in opting into like getting back in long on PTRN. But you have to understand that it's valued appropriately here between $10 and $12, just based on what we know about the company. Now, the company is profitable, but I'm not about to get into a whole spiel on PTRN, but essentially, majority of their revenue or whatnot is coming from Amazon, right? That deal. But it's not a binding deal. It's not an auto renewal. It's not an agreement. It's just there's nothing locking them in with Amazon for more than the current year. So, but again, essentially with this stock right here, this is a fresh IPO. I would be looking into long call options and or just loading up on shares if we can retake 1276. But as of right now, until we do that, it's a falling knife. I'm not touching it until I see otherwise. All right, we're still looking pretty good on my play. We came back down to retest the 21-day EMA. I'm going to go ahead and oh crap, nope, cancel. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm doing something right. 26, 25. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hey, my baby's here. Haven't cleared my cache since hiding my space. You slow. That's my wife, everybody. Shout out to my wife for always holding me down. All right. All right. If there's no questions, I'm about to get off. But again, if you guys could check out the app, there's a free option there. If you're a member of the community, then you already know what time it is. I'll show y'all my screen. I don't know if y'all can even see my screen, but because of how I have this thing set up. But essentially, yeah, it's probably gonna disappear. You can see it. So that's the play I'm in. I'm up 420, but it's coming down. So I gotta be, we're trading sideways. So I'm just gonna be patient and then kind of just take my profits likely soon. We'll see. Looks like we're holding up pretty good though. All right. Without further ado, I am about to get off this live stream and I will see some of y'all in the Discord and I will see some of y'all through the week. Happy holidays if I don't see you. Merry Christmas to everybody in your family. And this is it. This is Dr. Rell, Sacrifice for Riches, everybody. Take care.
This that late shift, graveyard, pockets on E. This that praying in the driver, God, don't let me bleed. This that thumbnail, live stream, teaching about the teeth of the market while I'm fighting for my family to eat. This that knee brace, aching from the miles in the mud. This that E5 rank that I earned with my blood. This that YouTube grind when the views was a dud. Now we talking about a movement, not a maybe. This a flood. Sacrifice for the riches, that ain't just about the cash. That's about the sleep I gave up just to break a broken past. That's about the liquor I refused when I could've hit the glass. That's about the therapy I took instead of speeding off and crash.
That's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
I was clocking in for bosses that ain't know my middle name. They just saw the numbers hitting, they ain't see the inner strain. Then I turn my pain to content, turn my lessons into game. Now I got a tribe of traders that refuse to play the same. Discord buzzing charts up, members learning how to move. We ain't chasing lotto tickets, we're protecting what we prove. Teaching risk, teaching patience, teaching how to keep you cool. Cause I lost enough myself to write a whole financial school. My sobriety a badge, my resilience a shield. Every L I ever took became a tool I had to wield. When the market tried to break me, I just studied how it killed. Then I built a better system, now I'm walking through the field.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put that name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stone, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
When I say
Sacrifice,
you say for riches.
sacrifice for riches. Sacrifice
For riches from the trenches to the digits. When I say process, you say over profit.
process over profit. Process
Over profits, we ain't stopping till we locked it. From the runaway son to the soldier in the dirt, to the husband with a white queen fighting through the hurt, to the father of 2 daughters that he put in every verse, to the trader and the teacher helping others break the curse. I'm the sum of every scar they tried to use to hold me back. I'm the voice of every kid who had to grow up in attack. I'm the proof that if you're willing to go all in on the path, you can lose a couple battles and still never lose your track.
sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put that name on my stone.